gambling stocks. So I saw news today, of course, through Dave Portnoy, greatest man. He announced that Barstool Sports is now open in Illinois for gambling. So I believe that's their second or third state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Owned by Penn Gaming. We've also seen DraftKings, FanDuel, all these different applications start opening up in different states, and we've seen a lot of states pass legislature that you can start gambling.
Gotcha.
So now my question to you is like, how much what's the word I'm looking for? What potential do gambling stocks have? And two, like, Penn Gaming is one of my favorites. Everyone here knows it. But like comparatively, like Penn Gaming, DraftKings, like all of them, like how much more do you think they can make?
So much more.
There's definitely a lot of money to be made. Mm-hmm. But I saw, there's the casinos from Vegas. They're going heavy too. They're creating their own apps. They're creating their own, stuff in there. I think they're already traded publicly, right? So,
yep.
Why? I mean, what's stopping them from taking everything? They have the infrastructure already. What's stopping them from just like buying these guys out, or like just dominating? Because they have the money, they can easily, switch up whatever they need to switch up, and add any kind of I guess tech or everything to add to make it better than anything.
Yeah. And the Venetian Sands and their expo center just went to a private equity buyer for $6.2 billion.
Yeah.
So it's something that's definitely lucrative, but like, my bigger thing is like wanting to get your opinion. It's just like, you can make a lot more money, but at one, like, how long would it take? Like, right now Penn Gaming's at $115. I mean, I remember March 23rd last year was at $3.60. So it's at $115 right now.
What's the proprietary thing for them? Like, what is something that they have?
They own casinos, right? So, so they own a bunch of casinos. I believe 40 or 50 casinos or something like that. And they bought out, they bought out the Hollywood Casino in Maryland, for example, like something that we would relate to. And then last year they took majority stake ownership in Barstool at about $400 million ish, I would say. I might be wrong, but I think it was around 400 million.
Yeah.
And given Barstool's like reach, their network, and then also Barstool launched a sportsbook, which only opened in Pennsylvania at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Given their first month opening up, they got so many signups, made so much money within a weekend. And so like that kind of boosted them up. And now they're open in Illinois, which is a pretty big gambling market. And think about like if they open up in Virginia, think about like New York, California, Texas. If they open up there, all three states are trying to pass legislature to open up sports mobile gambling.
I feel like definitely with the COVID, that they definitely, a lot of people started gambling from home with all the new opportunities and stuff, all the apps. I feel like this is like a point that really is gonna reinnovate the whole industry of gambling, where instead of having to go to a casino, they're gonna have more demand for people who got a taste of it with COVID, like being stuck at home and with like sports betting and all that. Like all that is just gonna explode, I feel like, in the next couple of years.
It's like asking why would an alcohol stock go up? It's addicting at the end of the day, right? Like the whole situation of making money, like just betting or losing money and then trying to make it back, the whole thing is addicting, right? Yeah. And I think the big thing that DraftKings has over a lot of these guys is partnerships with every league. Like they're the UFC's official sports book. I believe the NBA's and NFL's official sports books, right? That means like here at the Capital One Arena, they're going to be opening a sport book like there that you can go gamble in. DraftKings is probably going to be involved, right? And then on the flip side, they also have fantasy sports, daily fantasy, which has millions and millions and millions of dollars that run through it in any given season, right? I would want to say hundreds of millions, but I don't actually know the number, right? That will be spent in a year and that's considered by law skill-based, right? So I don't know how a casino goes into that. They haven't done that before. That's something that DraftKings has been doing for a really long time, and they already have the user base, right? Like I've been playing with DraftKings for the last 6 years now. Like Like pretty much since its inception, I've been playing daily fantasy, right? Like, so they already have me as a customer. So
Yeah.
like they don't like none of these casinos. Like I'm gonna get the MGM app only because they're gonna give me a free $100. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it. What's the point? Why would I download another app? I already had FanDuel and DraftKings, right? So, and I think it's only gonna get bigger because sports are one of those things where like they're not going anywhere. We saw when sports were gone, everyone lost their minds, right? People were watching simulations of Madden and betting on that shit. It's not going nowhere. People are gonna be spending so much money on this stuff that like I could see DraftKings getting bought out by a big tech conglomerate. I could see that. Like maybe they do that, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think there's still a lot of room to grow. These things just opened up. They're not available in all 50 states. And I think, I mean, their user base is just going to grow now. Because I think the people that got in right now are people that were already betting on MyBookie or Bovado or whatever, and they've now converted to do it legally. That's all that happened. I think that's the only point we're at right now.
Well,
Like,
technically, that was illegal. It's just hard to get your money out.
no, you can get it through crypto. You can get it through Bitcoin, which isn't hard. Just have a wallet and you just
That's true.
give them your API. It's fine. I mean, you have to have $25 in your account, which is something I haven't been able to maintain. So that's half the battle. Damn you.
That's why it's not financial advice. No, we can't.
Oh, this is literally betting. This is literally betting. Like this is on you.
No, I was talking about going the roundabout way through crypto to cash out.
Well, that's not financial advice. That's just how the site tells you to do it on MyBookie. So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's all I was gonna say. I think there's a lot of room to grow. I just think that the field of people that are doing it is going to shrink eventually. Right now, everyone's doing it. DC has their own site. I'm like, the fuck, why? No one's using this. Like, it's going to change. Yeah.
Do you guys think that space has been disrupted already, or is there something coming? Because I feel like the sports betting, the mobile stuff, kind of disrupted the local stuff you do in Vegas, or go to a local casino. But do you think it's been disrupted enough, or there's something coming for it?
I think there's still more. I mean, end of the day, going to a casino, there's still you still have that crowd, right? There's just something about going to a casino, like actually playing poker, playing cards, like it's a different type. So for sports betting itself, and also when you go to a casino and you have like the million TVs there playing like every single game possible, and you're trying to bet there, it's like a different experience versus like doing it at home with your friends, for example. No, I don't think it's been disrupted at all yet, just because there's just such a bigger market just in the United States that if open, it can lead to more, right? And then now you're looking at like international expansion, like things like that. Like,
yeah, I mean,
right now,
I saw you betting on the Israeli soccer team. So
Israeli soccer, the Nanjing Monkey Kings, the Guangzhou Lions, like all of them, man. Like
I disagree. I don't think there is room for international growth because a lot of the international companies already are doing it. Like in London, they've had these online sports betting is legal for the last 10 years there. Many places in Europe has been legal already. Apps already exist. It's going to be hard to get those markets because if you watch any of these illegal streams of fights, they're always like, go to the Bet 365 app. And like, I've been seeing those for 5 years now. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be hard to get in those industries now. But then again, I don't know who does their daily. If they don't have daily fantasy, then maybe they can.
Exactly. But then you also got to think about like larger economies, right? Like India is completely banned, right? I mean, 1.3 billion people. And people in India will bet. Like if they get a chance, if it's open, they will bet. I don't know what it is in China. I don't know if it's legal or not, but that's another big.
Let's assume it's not.
Now, like combined, those two countries combined, you're looking at almost 3 billion people, right? Like imagine you get like 1% of that market share gambling on your app. Like you're making so much money.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like forget the international, like even in the United States, like I think I was reading some stat of like when FanDuel opened up in Virginia and Michigan, I believe were the two states that they compared. It was like it opened up like 8 million people, like new gamblers, like people that they considered like to at least people they consider to gamble at least once, if not consistently. I mean, you have 3 on this call right now, like that gamble consistently. And it's like 8.5 million people. And imagine if they open it up to all 50 states, like slowly but surely in the next 2-3 years. Imagine how much that could actually affect the industry. Imagine how much that could affect like casinos then.
I think this just created a divide. It created a divide. I think now sports betting is not a casino activity anymore. But like, I don't think casinos, like, I'm not gonna play poker online with random people. Like, I'm really just not. I don't even think I'm gonna play poker in a casino, but I'd be more likely to play in a casino. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I don't trust these machines. It is what it is. I'm being honest with you. I don't trust it.
I agree.
If you're gonna rig it, that's the way to rig it.
Mhm.
Plus to get free drinks, you know.
Yeah, no, and
Exactly.
then going to the casino and playing those like random games you don't know why you're getting more chips like we did in
Yeah.
Atlantic City, right? Like that's an
Yeah.
experience. But
Yeah.
I don't think if I go to a casino now, I'm not gonna look like if I went to Vegas before, I'd look for the sports book and try to put something in. I'm like, just do it when I get home. I want to do a little research before I do it.
Exactly.
You know, like this is analytics. This is
I mean,
not
you
like-
can do it at the casino on your mobile app. Like it's
exactly like why
you
would
gotta-
I think they've just created a divide.
Exactly.
Casinos-
And also you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about like betting
Yeah.
and then like going back and picking up your money. Now
Oh my
you're like
God.
you bet and your money's right there. It's sometimes FanDuel takes a couple hours, which is annoying, but you know, it's okay.
It's better than a flight that takes a couple hours
Exactly.
and costs money. And it's a
Exactly.
pandemic. But yeah, I mean, I agree it's gonna grow. I agree. Disruption, I don't know about that because I don't know how you would disrupt. I just don't know how, in my opinion, because it's right now it's just been disrupted. So you're asking for something from 10 years from now, actually.